I am answering a question. How old is too old to buy a house? So have you ever thought, am I too old to buy a house? Well, if so, you're not alone. Here's the truth. There really is no age limit to home ownership. So in fact, buying a home later in life can be smart, because you're probably more well prepared for it. So let me answer that first of all with hard rules. I'll take it out for you. Sorry about all the noise, but I have to answer this question. Lenders are not allowed to discriminate in any way against a potential borrower. If a lender is refusing to provide services based on your race, your color, religion, sex, national origin, your age, marital status, familial status, disability, sexual orientation, pregnancy, gender identity or expression, or veteran or service member status, whatever it is, they are not allowed to do that. So answering your question, how old is too old to buy a house? If you can afford to buy the house, you can be 99 years old, laying on your bed, and you can probably buy a house. Buying a home when you are older, you're probably more secure, you're probably more stable at that time. You've probably done everything that you needed to do, and now you're just more settled down and you're just ready to really just take the plunge and do it. So there really is no age limit on when you can own. I know here, you're considered to be an adult when you're 18. So if you're 18 years old and you want to buy a house, you probably can. If you're 99 and you want to buy a house, you probably can. So instead of paying rent, even if you're older and you feel like you want to buy a house, I think you should go for it. You're planning for your retirement. You can probably even now take some of that retirement money. If you are at retirement age, you can probably take some of that money now to help you to buy a house. So there really is no age limit on how old you have to be to buy a house. There's some things that you might want to think about when you're buying later in life, things like financing option. While mortgage terms may vary, many lenders offer 15 to even 30-year loans. You want to just decide whether this is something you want to get into at this age. Your retirement income and your credit score may play a role in here. So if you don't want to use your retirement for a mortgage, you don't have to, but if you want to, hey. It's buying a house. If you're buying it for 30 years or you're buying it for 15 years, however long that is, consider accessibility features or a home that fits your future needs if you need something that is just catered to you. And also, even if you're old, you can still be eligible for grants and down payment assistance programs. So even if you've never owned a home before, I've had older people who've never owned a home before and it's their first time. But hey, just because you're 65 or 75 or 95, that doesn't mean you can't buy a house. You can buy a house at any age that you want to, as long as you can qualify for a mortgage. So it's you deciding whether or not you can take on a responsibility of a mortgage at whatever age you are. The decision will be yours, but if you can manage it, if this is what you want to do, there is nothing stopping you from becoming a homeowner at 99. I mean, hey, Abraham had a kid when he was 100. There's no age limit. How old is too old? There's no such thing as too old to buy a house. Whether you're 40, whether you're 50, whether you're 60 or beyond, homeownership is still within reach. I have helped many buyers in their 50s, their 60s, and 70s get into their dream homes. Because at the end of the day, it's about making the best financial decision for you. Don't let age hold you back from becoming a homeowner. So if you found this helpful, share with someone who needs to hear this, someone who's probably just thinking about it and saying, you know what, I don't know if I'm too old. You know, I don't know if I should do this. Share with them. Let them hear there is no such thing as being too old. A lender cannot deny you a mortgage simply based on your age. If you have the credit score, if you have the financial backing that you need, whether it be your 2 years employment, or just money in the bank, period. For those of you who feel like you've passed the time, it's too late to do something about it, now you don't have anything to leave for your children, and you don't have anything to leave for your grandchildren, a house could be a good inheritance for your children or your grandchildren, and it's not too late to do that. So talk with a lender, talk with a realtor who can point you in the right direction. Now you have to be in your sound mind to do this, but yeah, it's definitely doable. I've seen a lot of people coming together to buy homes, so multi-generational families living together. And yes, if you have an older parent who can qualify to buy a house, it's probably a way to go. That way you gain housing not only for yourself but for your parents as well. So there's no such thing as being too old. Do your research first and look at your finances to make sure that this is something that you can do. I wouldn't buy a house just because I want to buy a house. I wouldn't buy a house because I'm getting older and I need to buy a house. I wouldn't even buy a house just because I want to leave something for my children. If you can't afford it, then you can't afford it. But if you can, don't let your age stop you. I am here in the Tampa Bay area, licensed real estate agent. I love helping people. So if there's anything I can do to help you through the process, feel free to reach out. My number's on the screen somewhere. You should be able to see that somewhere. If not, it's in my bio somewhere. Or send me a DM. I would love to help you out. Let me know your questions. I tend to make videos to answer your questions. Some of your questions, some I answer directly, and some I just make a video because I'm thinking many more people have the same questions. And if I get that question more than one time, I tend to just make a video on it. So if you want to take the chance and you want to believe in yourself and you want to start something new, go for it, as long as you can do it. So this is your girl again. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.